Hey, I'm Happy Payne, and you're watching Realistic Fishing.
Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. We're out here to fish with some tiny little jigs like this and a few other ones in my pocket. It's pretty windy over here, so it might be difficult casting, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to start out with the trout magnet body on a little round jig head. Looks like 1/32 ounce. But we're not going to fish it like this. We're going to add a little bit of the flavor punch of Procure crawfish gel. This stuff stinks. We'll see if we can cast it like this. If not, we can add some more weight, or we can even throw it under a float. But we're going to try it just like this. We're going to hop it off the bottom. Hopefully we don't get snagged. It's a little bit rocky over here. Let's see what we can do. I'm fishing a light setup today with 6-pound test on a spinning combo. We're putting the float on early. I don't want to snag and lose it. Let's keep going. Like I said, I got some other stuff to try if I can't get a bite on the trout magnet. We're looking for bass, big bluegill, anything aggressive enough to go for a little jig with a body on it. Nothing wants it. Not even a bluegill. We're switching off of trout magnet. We're going to go with a small swim bait instead. I got two different baits I want to try here. We got the Trigger X 1.5-inch swim bait and the Trigger X nymph, which is like a little bottom dragging bait, like a little craw or like a little creature with claws and antenna. We'll go with the swim bait first. There we go. Let's try the 1.5-inch swim bait.
Merry Christmas to you. Ho, 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 ho. And keep it realistic.
So far, nothing on the trout magnet. Hopefully we can do a little better with this. I guess we'll throw the bobber back on. We're just going to keep mixing it up until I get something. Totally craptacular. Not even a bite yet. Let's try over here by the boats. Fish. Oh, came off. Dang it. First bite of the day. I think he got caught up in the log just a little bit. Let's try again. Well, I'm not getting anything on the little swim bait. We're going to switch over to the nymph, the little thing that looks like a craw. Yeah, this one right here, Trigger X nymph. So far we've tried a swim bait, a trout magnet, And now we're going with the nymph. Can we find a fish? Just one fish. I may have had a bite or two, but I couldn't hook anything yet. Let's try this. Come on, nymph. Let's get a bite. Fish. Fish on the nymph. Here we go.
Hey fans, this is the headliner Chris Michaels, and you are watching Realistic Fishing, so I'd advise you to keep it realistic.
This looks like a bass. This looks like a bass. Wow. Nice jump there. I got to take it easy. I only got 6-pound test. Here we go. Got him. Nice. Nice bass here. There we go. Trigger X nymph getting it done. There we go. There we go. We got maybe a 1-pound bass here. Looks like he's been eating a little bit. Probably hanging out shallow, trying to attract a female. Let's get a quick picture with this one. Yeah, nice. Nice. I finally got one, and it was on the nymph. Not on the trout magnet, not on the Trigger X swim bait. The Trigger X nymph on the bottom, catching bass. Let's let him go. Well, I did not give up, and I finally got a bass. Let's reset our little lure here and get back to it. That's what I got it on right there. I like to fish my panfish rigs with 6-pound test just in case I get a bass just like that. For the nymph, I'm casting it out. I'm letting it sink down to the bottom, and then I'm just kind of hopping it off the bottom and taking up the slack, fishing it a little bit slower than I would a swim bait. And so far, one bass. I'm gonna have to walk down this way and then cast back towards the drain because that's the way the wind is blowing. Not one bluegill out here is bold enough to go for the nymph. Fish, I think. No, what is this? A clam? How the hell did I catch a clam? All right, let's see if I can get my lure out of the clam. There we go. Empty.
Welcome to Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Well, that was an interesting catch. So far we're at 1 bass and 1 clam. Fish. Fish on. I don't know what we got here. Feels like a good fighter. That looks like a bluegill. Let's Strong bluegill here. Nice big bluegill. Yes, I like to call that a bullgill. We got a jumbo here. All right, let's palm him here and see just how big he is. Don't jump. That is a nice big jumbo bluegill. Nice flat forehead, dark purple and green. Gorgeous bluegill on the nymph. Let's let him go. Kerplunk. My lure still looks good. Let's keep fishing. That was a great fish right there. Come on, anyone home? Fish. There we go. There we go. Good fight. What do we have here? Another nice jumbo bluegill. Yeah, palm size. I love these bluegill. Not quite as big as that last one, but still really nice. 8+ inch bluegill here. Amazing colors. We're at a clam, a bass, and 2 bluegill. Let's let them go. Let's see if there are any more over here.
Hello, I'm Larry Cooter, part of the Tennessee Assault Crew, where we break necks and cash checks. But you're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
When you're fishing artificials for bluegill, you can catch bass. It is actually quite likely, especially if you're using a slightly larger lure like I am. Let's see how big this is. So we got a 2-inch nymph here. I'm getting bluegill and bass on the 2-inch nymph. All right, let's work our way around and back to the car. And there we have it. On a windy spring day, I was able to catch 1 largemouth bass, a few nice bluegill, and a clam. I didn't get anything on the trout magnet. I didn't get anything on the swim bait. The 2-inch nymph, that's where all the magic was today. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.